Welcome to Crack Defense. So, we were studying acid, bases, and salts, and in that, first part was already covered. Now, here we'll continue with our acid, bases, and salt. Okay, so now in the last lesson, we covered the physical properties, what acids are, what are strong acids, what are strong base, okay, and the daily uses of acid. We have studied all these things. Now, here we'll study the reactions, how acids, bases, they react, okay, and so we'll study that. So, first we have reaction of acid with metal, okay. So when acid reacts with metal, it forms salt and hydrogen. So here you should know this reaction, that acid plus metal gives salt and hydrogen. So this is one such example. HCl is an acid. When it reacts with Mg metal, it forms MgCl2, which is a salt, and it gives hydrogen gas. Okay, so this is one of the reaction. And reaction with base is also somewhat similar. So in base reaction also, when base reacts with metal, it gives salt and hydrogen. So I have taken the example of NaOH. NaOH is a strong base. Okay, when it reacts with metal, that is zinc, it gives Na2Zn2 plus hydrogen. Okay, so hydrogen gas is released in both the reactions, when acid reacts with metal and when base reacts with metal. Both these reactions give salt and hydrogen. So now how hydrogen gas is formed, we'll know this with the help of one experiment. Okay, so in NCRT also the same experiment has been explained, so we'll take this experiment only and we'll see the formation of hydrogen. So how we know that hydrogen has been formed? So there was an experiment in which they've taken this. Okay, so they have, this is zinc granule, this is acting as a metal, and then we have dilute sulfuric acid. Okay, so this is a HNO3. Okay, so this is an acidic solution. When this react with metal, hydrogen bubbles will be formed. Okay, so hydrogen bubbles is formed here when this metal and this acid, it will react. Hydrogen bubble is formed here. Now what we'll do, that delivery tube has been attached here, and here we have salt solution. So the hydrogen gas that has been produced here, it will pass from this delivery tube, and the bubbles present in the soap solution, these hydrogen will react with these bubbles, and we'll get when these bubbles will be filled with water, and if you burn a candle here, you'll get a pop sound. Okay, and that pop sound is because of the presence of hydrogen. Because of burning of hydrogen gas, you get a pop sound, and that pop sound shows the presence of hydrogen gas. Okay, so this was the experiment which says that when acid react with metal, we get hydrogen gas. Okay, so this was the experiment. I hope this is clear. Now we'll study the another reaction, where we'll see that when metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate reacts with acid, they give salt, water, and carbon dioxide. So this is the other reaction. Here in this reaction, what we have studied, that when acid and metal reacts, when acid and metal reacts, it gives salt and water. Okay, and in this reaction, what we have and in here what we have studied, when metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate, they react with acid, they give salt, water, and carbon dioxide. So don't get confused with these two reactions. There is difference. In the first reaction, only hydrogen gas has been liberated, and here carbon dioxide is getting liberated along with H2O. Okay, H2O is in its liquid state. So this is the reaction. Here you can see that we have metal. Okay, we have this metal carbonate. Okay, we have HCl, and it is reacting to form salt, water, and carbon dioxide. So these are the examples: calcium carbonate, magnesium hydrogen carbonate, or magnesium carbonate also, you can take that. So this was the other reaction which we have. Now like in the case of acid and base, we have studied that with the help of an example where H2 was liberated. Here also we'll see an example of, and we'll know how carbon dioxide has been liberated. Okay, so what was the experiment through which scientists detected that carbon dioxide is released in that reaction? So this is the experiment. So here in this experiment, they have taken dilute hydrochloric acid, okay, and sodium carbonate. Okay, so sodium carbonate and hydrochloric acid, this will react. Okay, and when this will react, as we have studied in the last slide, that carbon dioxide will be released. So carbon dioxide gas will be formed here, and then this delivery tube is attached with this test tube. So here, when this carbon dioxide is passed, after reacting with hydrochloric acid and sodium carbonate, you will see the formation of white PPT. Okay, so white PPT will be formed, and uh, uh, that is lime water turns milky. Okay, the reaction, you must have heard about this reaction, that carbon dioxide will turn lime water milky. So we already have lime water, and when carbon dioxide is passed, so it will turn the solution milky. So here CaOH twice will be formed. Okay, CaOH twice. Okay, so this has been formed here, and because of the formation of this, we have white PPT. Now in the other reaction, so now we'll see the reaction, that what reaction is taking place. So here we'll see that Na2CO3 was there, HCl was there. Okay, so Na2CO3 was there यहाँ पर. Okay, Na2CO3 HCl, when this react, it will give NaCl, H2O and CO2 gas. तो हम यहाँ पर CO2 की presence को देख रहे हैं. Okay, so CO2 will pass. Okay, so when CO2 will pass, so lime water was already present there. Okay, so CaOH twice was already present in the test tube, and when CO2 has been reacted, okay, when CO2 has been passed and it has been reacted with lime water, it will give white precipitate. Okay, and that white precipitate is CaCO3. Okay, so CaCO3 will give white precipitate. So when carbon dioxide that has been liberated, okay, then carbon dioxide that has been liberated with the reaction of these two things, okay, I'll clear it, with the help of dilute hydrochloric acid and sodium carbonate, the carbon dioxide that has been reacted, that has been released, it will react with lime water and it will give white precipitate. Okay, now here it is written, on passing excess of carbon dioxide during this reaction, a lot of carbon dioxide has been generated. Okay, so initially you'll get the formation of white PPT, and after that, when lots of carbon dioxide will be released, so the excess of carbon dioxide, this will react with the white PPT, which has already been formed here. Okay, that is by the reaction of CaOH twice and CO2, the white precipitate that has been formed, when it reacts with the excess of carbon dioxide, you will see the formation of CaHCO3 twice. Okay, and this solution will be soluble in water. So now you'll see that the precipitate will dissolve. Okay, so this is one experiment which I guess you must have done in your college, or you must have done in your school. Okay, so this is one of the experiment. So if I brief it to you, so what we have studied in this experiment is that when, okay, so I'll zoom this a bit. Okay, so here you'll see that here you'll see that you have carbon dioxide. Okay, so this carbon dioxide, when sorry, this dilute hydrochloric acid, when it is reacting with sodium carbonate, it will release carbon dioxide. Okay, so this will release carbon dioxide, the carbon dioxide is released here. Now this carbon dioxide will react with lime water that is there in the second test tube. Okay, so here in this test tube we have CaOH twice, that is lime water, and when carbon dioxide is reacted, white precipitate is formed, and when this white precipitate, excess of CO2 reacts, this will dissolve the precipitate. So in the first stage we have formation of precipitate, and in the second stage the precipitate will dissolve because that solution is soluble in water. So I hope this is clear and we are done with this reaction. Now we'll study the other reaction of acid base, which gives salt and water. Okay, and this reaction is also called as neutralization reaction. Okay, so salt, acid plus base will give salt plus water. This reaction is also called as neutralization reaction. So this is an example. HCl is an acid, NaOH is a base. This will react to form H2O and NaCl. So NaCl, this is the salt and this is water. This is another example. Now we also have strong acid weak base reaction. So strong acids can react with weak base. Strong weak acid can react with strong acids. So this is the reaction. Okay, so when strong acid reacts with weak base, okay, so when strong acid will react with weak base, we will get uh, acidic solution. Okay, kinda acidic solution will get. And when weak acid reacts with strong base, and when weak acid will react with strong base, so the solution which we will get, the salt which we will get, that will be slightly basic in nature. Okay, so this you should know. So I hope this is clear. Now we have the other topic, that is about pH scale. Okay, so what is a pH scale? Okay, so pH scale will tell us the nature. Okay, it will tell us whether the compound is acidic, basic. Okay, so in pH scale, so uh, this side portion, okay, these are acids. Okay, 7 means it is base. When in pH scale it gives 7 number, then that is that is neutral, not basic. And after 7 we have alkaline solution, or we can say that it is basic solution. Okay, so जितना कम नंबर होगा उतना ज़्यादा एसिडिटी होगा, जितना ज़्यादा नंबर होगा उतना ज़्यादा बेसिसिटी होगा. Okay, so if anything is having a pH of 1, it means that is very acidic. If anything will have a pH of 5, then it will be less acidic as compared to the substance which is having pH of 1. Similarly here also it will be same. So any substance which will have a pH of 14, that will be more basic, and यहाँ पर होगा तो less basic. Okay, so we have certain compounds like these are given, they have certain pH scale. So lemon juice has a pH of 2, soda has a pH of 2.5, distilled water has a pH of 7. Okay, that is neutral in nature. Baking soda is basic in nature. Seawater is basic in nature. Blood that flows through your veins, that is basic in nature. Okay, bleach, that is basic in nature. Okay, so these are basic in nature. Then in stomach, HCl is produced, and when you have acidity, so to in the reaction we have studied, when acid and base react, it gives salt and water, and that is a neutralization reaction. So here in your stomach, when you have a problem related to when you have problem of acidity, so what you can do is you can intake a base. Okay, so antacids are something which can be used at that point of time. Milk of magnesia is one such antacid that can be used to neutralize an acid. Okay, so this is something about acids and base. Then we have something called acid rain. I already have discussed about acid rain. Okay, sulfuric and nitric acid thing I've already discussed. If you haven't watched, to watch the first part. Okay, so this was about pH scale. So in this, so till now in acid, bases and salt, what all we have covered. So we have covered about what acids are. We have covered how H2O liberates, how HCl, NaOH liberates. Okay, we have discussed about strong acids, strong bases, weak acid, weak bases. Okay, the daily uses of acids and bases we have discussed. Then we have discussed the reactions. 2-3 reactions we have discussed. We have done 2 experiments. Okay, one in which H2O has been liberated, H2 gas has been liberated, and other in which CO2 gas has been liberated. Okay, these were the experiments which we've learned Okay, then we have studied about the neutralization reaction. We studied about pH scale. Now acids and base part is already done. Okay, the last part that is there, that we'll cover in our next lesson, that is salts. Okay, so we'll cover salts in our next class. So till then, take care and goodbye. All the best.